Sentences by a jury at Southwark Crown Court. The jury was unable to reach a verdict on 4 other charges. Our correspondent Dan Johnson has been following the case. Explain what happened there in court today, Dan.
Well, after deliberating for more than 26 hours over the course of virtually a week, considering these claims and the evidence against Rolf Harris, the jury today stunned many people who've been involved with this trial by telling the judge that they had found Rolf Harris not guilty on 3 of the charges and that they couldn't reach a decision, that they couldn't decide whether he was guilty or not on the remaining 4 counts. So just to go through those not guilty counts, there was a claim that Rolf Harris had assaulted a girl who approached him for an autograph in the 1970s. There was an allegation that he'd pushed a woman up against a wall and touched her at a party after a TV show recording, and also a complaint of assault from a woman who is blind and disabled. All of these, the jury decided, did not take place, or they could not be sure that those offences had taken place, and that is why they have returned not guilty verdicts in those cases. Now, Rolf Harris didn't give evidence in his own defence. Indeed, he hasn't even been in court for much of this trial. He was given special permission to appear via video link from prison because that's where he's already serving a sentence for similar convictions. The defence strategy was to undermine those original convictions and say that the evidence in that first trial wasn't safe. They also questioned whether these women had come forward with compensation in mind. Well, 3 charges that Rolf Harris has been cleared of, 4 still outstanding, and he is awaiting to see what will happen next. He was always going to be going back to prison this evening because of that sentence he's already serving. He's still got about 5 or 6 months of that sentence left to serve, so he can probably expect to be released from prison in July. But the Crown Prosecution Service must now decide whether it considers it's in the public interest to pursue a retrial on those 4 outstanding counts. If it does decide that's what it wants to do, it's got a week to make that decision. It could be that Rolf Harris is released from prison before then facing that retrial.
Dan, thank you for now. Dan Johnson there.